part B, now that we know how to decide which trig ratio we want to use, we actually want to solve a few problems using the appropriate trig ratio. So remember, sine, cosine, and tangent. Sine equals opposite over hypotenuse. Cosine equals adjacent over hypotenuse. Tangent equals tangent over, or tangent equals opposite over adjacent. So for our first problem, we're asked to find the length of side B. The first thing we want to do is we want to label these the sides. So we've got our reference angle, side A. That's the angle that's given to us. Our hypotenuse is a length of 10. And now we have our opposite and adjacent sides, A and B. We don't know either of them, but we're asked to find the adjacent side. So what we want to do is we want to look at adjacent and hypotenuse. That tells us that we're going to use cosine. So let's plug in our values now. Cosine of 36 degrees equals B adjacent over hypotenuse, which is 10. So B over 10. And if we solve, now we want to isolate the variable B, so we're going to multiply both sides by 10. And B equals 10 times the cosine of 36, which is approximately 8.09. For our second problem, we're asked to find the distance of the river. So we want to find from point A to point B. Now again, we want to label our triangle so we know which trig function we can use. Our reference angle is 79 degrees. Okay, we have the adjacent side has been given to us, and we are asked to find the opposite side. So opposite and adjacent, that tells us we're going to use our tangent. So tangent of 79 equals opposite over adjacent, or W over 100. And again, we want to isolate the W, which is our variable. So we'll multiply both sides by 100, giving us W equals 100 times the tangent of 79, approximately 514.46. For our third one, we're asked to find the measure of angle A. So again, our first step is always label. So since we're asked to find the measure of angle A, that tells us that angle A is our reference angle. So we will label everything else based upon angle A. The small a is our opposite side, and B is 24. We were given the adjacent and the hypotenuse. So adjacent over hypotenuse tells us we're going to use cosine. So cosine of A equals 24 divided by 25. Now we want to isolate the variable A. So we'll take the inverse operation of cosine, which is the inverse of cosine. Cosine -1 of 24 divided by 25, which is approximately 16.26 degrees.